In his time, Lord Simone protected the Roselle who fled Hyzant, and the village they established within the Wolffort domain. 30 years have passed since then. The Hierophant uses the illegal salt trade incident as leverage to demand those Roselle be sent to the source, where Hyzantian faith dictates they must reside. After being found guilty at the trial, Serenoa has no other choice but to acquiesce. Thus, with House End ruined and a vacant position among the Saintly Seven to be filled, rumors of House Wolffort's ascendancy start sounding more credible than ever to the people of Hyzant.
Lord Serenoa, I believe it may be in our best interests to turn over the Roselle after all.
But they fought so hard to escape Hyzant. They would never agree to return.
It would be a show of good faith to the Saintly Seven and secure House Wolffort's safety. If the situation calls for force, well, we must be prepared, to borrow Minister Exham's words.
I see. Give me time to think over the matter. Where is Frederica?
Oh, she left for the source with Prince Roland. She said she wanted to see where the Roselle live for herself.
Ah, indeed. Byzantine law requires all Roselle to make their home at the source.
She is most troubled over this, Lord Serenoa. Please, if you could...
I understand. I will make for the source at once.
Silvio Tellior, I presume?
Who might you be?
Someone who brings good tidings. An offer you may wish to consider.
I am ruined. Who would want to offer me anything?
It is Minister Edor's wish. Will you hear me out?
One of the Saintly Seven? Then you are Hyzantian.
My master is eager for your assistance, as you are quite close to House Wolffort.
Thalus, thank you for making the necessary arrangements.
No need to thank me. I am your Prime Minister, after all. I have made sure those with any power in Glenbrook understand their place. They will do as we command.
Then everything is in place. It is time.
Is there nothing I might do to aid you, brother?
If there were, I would tell you. And the consortium, Thalus?
Oh, I expect we shan't have any trouble from them. I have promised them a considerable sum to stay out of our way.
Good. Now it is just a waiting game. I wonder how long the Hyzantians will last.
Please, I'd only like to glimpse the goddess's sacred grounds for myself.
It won't take but a moment.
That may be, but outsiders are not permitted into the source for such frivolities. And you are Rosellan. You ought to understand the teachings better than anyone.
Frederica.
Serenoa, forgive my impulsive behavior.
There's nothing to forgive. I too wish to learn more of the Roselle and Hyzant. Not knowing would make my decision easier, but still I feel I must.
Serenoa? From House Wolfort?
The very same. Lord Serenoa Wolfort. The one who will assume control of the salt trade in short order, as House End once did. To that end, we are here today for a preliminary inspection of the grounds.
So the rumors were true.
Well, are you refusing the newest addition to the Saintly Seven entry into the source?
Of course not. Please, right this way.
All right, you Rosellan wretches! Time for worship! Minister Edor of the Saintly Seven himself will be giving the sermon today. You should be thankful. Heed his word, and your sins shall be cleansed.
Roselle, do you know why you are imprisoned at the source, condemned to toil? It is because your ancestors committed the most heinous of sins. Long, long ago, they schemed to seize control of the salt that the goddess bequeathed to the people of Nozelia. They seized the source for themselves, wresting every last grain of salt from other peoples, desperate for the resource. Using the salt they hoarded as a shield, they terrorized the land, destroying any who stood against them in their thirst for domination. Fanned by their greed, the flames of war long ravaged our land. Countless innocents lost their lives. What a terrible, arrogant people! Their cursed souls dwell within you, their progeny, to this very day. Indeed, the proof is in the very color of your hair. The same red as the blood that flowed from their countless victims.
Our people sinned against the goddess. We are a detestable blight upon Norzelia.
Oh, goddess of salt, please, forgive us our sins. Forgive us.
Do not despair, for the goddess of salt is ever merciful and kind. She grants even the worst of sinners, even you, a chance to atone. That atonement will only come through hard work here at the source. By quenching this earth with your sweat, by giving your lives to this labor, your cursed souls will be cleansed and welcomed back to the goddess's side. Only then, when your sins have been washed away, can you hope to be reborn into a pure body and once again walk upon Nozelia. People of the Roselle, surrender your lives to the source and give your thanks to the great goddess.
O goddess of salt, for you I give myself, stained with sin as I am, to the source.
Thank you for granting us the chance to atone.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is enough. Now take that gratitude and turn it toward your work.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
This is atonement? And the Roselle accept it as a fitting punishment? Even if that story Idor told is true, no sin warrants this kind of cruel retribution. Hyzant maintains control over Salt now. Are they then not guilty of the same crime?
You are right. But this is as the Goddess of Salt commands, is it not?
Never stop learning.
I hope I did not disappoint.
Might I be of service?
There is no mercy on the battlefield. It is time to strike.
This is wonderful. Time to work. Suffer. This will prove useful. This'll hurt.
Charge!
Brace yourself! Yes. May I? Here I come. This ends now!
Defeat is not an option. Thought you had me, huh? Now then. Here comes wisdom! Ha-ha!
Cool heads shall prevail. Victory goes to the Swiss.
Lionel always pays his debts.
Come at me! You're in the way!
Let me show you what I've learned. Flames, heed my call!
Let us pry out their weakness. This should do.
Lionel shall use this wisely. Have you brought Corey? See what Lionel can do.
I will end this. You won't escape. Suffer.
Let's do now. I'll try this.
The hunt is on. You'll get no mercy from us. Oh.
Forward! I'll make this quick.
Go!
Cool heads shall prevail. For one and all.
Thank you.
I see a path to victory. You were overconfident.
You cannot impede progress. This is just business.
I will end this.
Lionel has arrived! Combat is not Lionel's, for Lionel's coin purse grows heavier!
Looks like I'm up.
That's it! Come at me!
My turn. This'll hurt. This is the end.
For victory! Be gone!
Let us pry out their weakness. There is always a way.
You cannot impede progress!
Time to take flight.
Defeat is not an option.
Let me heal your wounds. Go quickly.
Lionel shall use this wisely.
Your orders?
No need to panic.
Saw through that plane is absolutely wonderful.
I will end this.
For the good of all.
You won't beat me! To victory!
My turn.
Let us pry out their weakness. This is our chance.
Lionel always pays his debt. Lionel has arrived!
For the honor of House Wolfort.
The hunt is on.
Time to work. Shadows conceal me.
Cool heads shall prevail. Make the most of this.
This is wonderful. I will end this. I shall protect you.
I'll keep on then.
I ain't done it now!
Looks like I'm up.
take you on! You're done!
Have you brought cork? Combat is not Lionel's forte. Charge!
This battle is ours.
Let us try out their weakness. This is our chance.
Lionel always pays his debts.
For the honor of House Wolfort. Me too!
Force them into
This is more awful than I imagined.
Will you still send any Roselle in the Wolfort domain here? Force them into a life like this?
It isn't right. It isn't just. I don't care that it would ensure our own safety.
Indeed, it would be unforgivable. What is just is constantly in flux depending on the circumstances. That said, protecting people is always the right thing to do. Wouldn't you agree, Serenoa?
I feel the same as you both, but...
My apologies. I didn't mean to place all the blame on you. Still, we continue stumbling on the path before us.
Serenoa and his retinue return to their domain, their every step weighed down by the heavy task Hyzant has placed upon them. Elsewhere, the newly restored kingdom of Glenbrook begins to take action under Queen Cordelia's leadership. The kingdom issues a joint proclamation with Esfrost against Hyzant, halting all trade and severing diplomatic ties with the Holy State.
Hail and well met, my good fellow. Lionel greets you most heartily.
Ah, Clara spoke of you. Lionel, you say?
The very same, and in a position of privilege for which he is most grateful. A privilege that he would be most happy to share with the consortium, that it might prove to our mutual benefit.
Oh, a fellow man with an eye for profit, I see. What privilege have you brought me today?
A worldly fellow such as yourself has doubtless heard rumors of Hyzant's clandestine research projects, yes?
Indeed I have. Developing weapons of devastating power, unlocking the secrets of eternal life.
What if Lionel were to tell you that Hyzant has in fact created an elixir that offers everlasting youth?
I would be intrigued, and then I'd ask you how you could possibly know such a thing.
It's a simple matter of logic. Think. Why would Hyzant hide the existence of so wondrous a panacea?
I suppose they'd want to keep such power to them and theirs.
Just so. The only thing kings and nobles covet more than salt is life itself. My lord is no exception.
What are you saying? That those you serve have procured this miracle drug?
Lionel has found himself welcome within nobility's most inner circles, he is proud to say, and privy to their secret conversations. He also finds himself in possession of a certain medicine, a medicine he would be happy to part with a share of for the right price.
A price I'd be more than willing to pay for such an incredible elixir. Do tell me, what exactly does it do?
What doesn't it do? Its imbiber is blessed with unyielding vigor, unflagging stamina, and unmitigated vitality. Demand has proven so overwhelming that Lionel cannot hope to deliver the goods all on his own. He would be willing to share his profits with the right partner, however.
If you've won the nobles' trust, then I see no reason to hesitate in helping you take some of their coin. Very well. Let me see the goods.
That makes 10, who put their lust for coin before their capacity for reason. This is almost too easy. With a few rumors and a respected name at his disposal, Lionel could sell these gullible fools their own shoes, so... They're welcome to help themselves to this purgative. And if one or two of them is remarkably long-lived, then all the better for Lionel.
And are you content to make your fortune on the backs of fools?
Yeah, you? How long have you been there?
Since the morning, on Benedict's orders.
Your overseer is too kind. However, you may return and inform him that Lionel needs no protection. His work to bring fortune to House Wolfort requires the utmost concentration, and the presence of others can prove an unnecessary distraction.
That tome is an apprentice's resource, if I'm not mistaken. Are you studying ironworking?
Yes, I borrowed it some time ago from the archives in the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. I haven't had a chance to return it, what with the state of affairs being as it is.
Ian's? I can't remember the last time you privileged us with a visit.
Well, my weapons aren't going to forge themselves. But now that I've a respite from my days of sweat and flame, I thought I'd continue my studies.
You hunger for knowledge the way a fire hungers for kindling.
I'd never have become the blacksmith I am if not for what I gleaned from these tomes. If it takes a lifetime of studying and striving to forge the perfect weapon, then so be it. One day, all will know the name of Ian's, the greatest smithy the realm has ever seen.
That is all well and good, but would you mind proclaiming that a little more quietly?
Yes, apologies. In my excitement, I quite forgot I was in a library.
I must say, I can't help but admire your burning ambition. But while we're speaking in hushed tones, our army has been anything but quiet as of late. You forge weapons for them, yes? Might you have any insight into the matter?
I wish I did, but I have scant time for the goings-on outside my own small forge. Though, now that you mention it, my orders from the army have increased.
Could it be that they're preparing for war? As if a war could break out on the eve of our three nations' grand new venture.
Indeed. That would be unthinkable. Esfrost's sudden attack on Glenbrook confirmed my worst fears. And once the war started, I could forget about returning this book. But I still hope to. One day, when peace has returned to our realm.
I hope you will fight by my side till it does.
Without hesitation, my lord.
Esfrost and Glenbrook signed an agreement denouncing Hyzant.
Word only just arrived, and it is no mere rumor. They've issued a formal proclamation.
Preposterous! Gustadolf must have forced Cordelia's hand. This is sure to make Hyzant cease salt shipments to the consortium. All this denouncement will do is hamstring Esfrost and Glenbrook both.
My brother... Gustadolf does not fight battles he cannot win. I'm certain this is part of some greater ploy.
I feel all of Norzelia stands on the precipice. But of what, I cannot say.
Each nation is making its move. We too must take action to secure our position before it's too late.
By which you mean expelling the Roselle?
To protect the Wolfort domain and its people. No one would dare hold such actions against you. Lord Serenoa, you must make a decision.
I saw what it is truly like at the source. The Rosellen are forced into back-breaking labor. No decent man would condemn another to such a fate.
But if we refuse the Hierophant, we will face the same dire consequences as House End. Should that happen, the Roselle would still be lost, would they not?
Then you think it is right to sacrifice the Roselle to save Wolfort?
No one is saying it is right, but a decision must be made. We must prioritize our own survival. That much should be clear. And survive we shall, if we can secure Hyzant's aid. Unless...
Serenoa, I beseech you, not as one with Roselle blood in her veins, but as a person, as a Wolfort. You cannot give up the Roselle to Hyzant.
I appreciate each of your arguments, but we cannot debate this forever. It is time to decide. Once more to the scales of conviction.
Good point.
Aye, lad.
And so... Aye, but... I feel this in my gut.
Say. Still...
I see. In that case... Surely. I need a moment to think.
It is time to cast our votes. We face a difficult decision. Do we surrender the Roselle living in our domain to Hyzant, or do we defy their orders? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
I am sorry.
I am so sorry. I have faith in you.
I'm with you.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen. The way forward is decided. We require Hyzan's protection. Pain. We will relinquish the Roselle and the Wolfort domain to Hyzant. So it is decided. We must act to secure Hyzant's aid, whatever the cost. Let us begin the arrangements at once.
Oft, the only path available to us is a treacherous one. Serenoa journeys home to convince the Roselle living in his domain that they must return to Hyzant where their kin live in servitude. Only by doing so can he win the trust of the goddess and ensure the future of his name. A duty which has proven to be one full of unsavory compromises.
The Wolforts have departed on their mission. Do you truly believe they will return the Roselle to us?
Of course. Young Lord Serenoa is brimming with promise which I am certain he shall fulfill.
Hyzant itself has promising youths. Perhaps it is time they relieve the old of their burdens. You need only say the word, and I shall gladly lead our nation forward.
Regardless, young men are often led astray by their scruples, especially when placed in a difficult position. I have sent him guidance, a man of some standing, though recently reduced. He will help Lord Serenoa see the righteous path.
Him? Well, I suppose if it was a surfeit of scruples you feared, you chose wisely.
I cannot help but meddle in my old age. When you have gained the experience I have, perhaps you will understand.
And so the pressing question. How do we convince the Roselle to follow us?
We avoid force by all means. However long it takes, we must resolve this peacefully.
I'm glad we agree on that point.
These negotiations will be a delicate matter. Measure your every word carefully.
I know where the hall is. One castle is so very much like the other. Well, well, my old friends. It has been entirely too long.
Silvio, you've got some gall to show your face here. And with a smile, no less.
Now, is that any way to speak to the head of our high house? And an envoy of the Saintly Seven, no less.
And they've offered you safe haven as well.
Indeed. And I had been tasked by Minister Idor with helping you make the Roselle see reason. Just like old times, huh? The High House is once again working in accord.
It seems we are not entirely trusted.
We thank Minister Idor for his consideration and you for traveling so far. However, we intend to settle this matter with words, not swords.
I'm afraid it is too late for that. I tried to make the Roselle see the wisdom of the goddess's command, But can you believe their impudence? They struck out at me!
What did you do, Silvio?
He thought to take all the glory for himself, but his little encounter made him see the wisdom in sharing.
Hyzant is testing our loyalty, and the outcome will determine our survival. We must act before we are stamped out. Do not fear. With our forces combined, an entire legion of Roselle could not hope to stand against us.
My lord, it seems our already delicate situation has become even more perilous.
Perhaps so, but we mustn't abandon a moderate approach yet.
I did not think we would return under such dark circumstances. My last memory of this place was such a happy one.
They welcomed us with open arms. Everyone was in such high spirits.
Only because it served them at the time, I'm sure. The Roselle have ever been ruled by Hyzant. It's time for them to accept the duty fate has assigned them.
If Hyzant's rule was just and fair, then they would not have fled from it, and House Wolffort would not have sheltered them 30 years ago.
That was 30 years ago. Who can House Wolffort protect now but themselves?
Only the strong can protect their freedom, their pride, their lives.
Sir Maxwell speaks the truth. In this world, the weak must serve the strong. And so now Glenbrook must serve, even if at times we find our tasks distasteful. If the Roselle must lay the blame somewhere, it should be at the feet of the royal family.
Just so. What suffering have my people endured for my weakness?
They've come!
You are more brazen in your betrayal than I would have believed, Wolfforts.
We're here to parley, Jerome, nothing else.
You have a strange notion of parley, my lord. Usually, it is not heralded by murder.
Silvio, what did you do?
Only what needed to be done. They wouldn't have listened to anything but force. Now, Rufus, let us make them see the merit in our argument.
I always have preferred to let my weapons do the talking.
We'll die before we lay eyes on the source again.
We will protect this village with our lives.
Curses.
This land is our home, and we'll defend it until the very last of us falls.
Did you hear that? Seems we have no choice but to oblige him.
No, I will not have blood spilled needlessly.
Let's see how that works out for you, young lord.
I shall try my level best.
All for victory.
Our victory is assured.
Your orders? You won't catch me.
For victory!
Here I come.
Forward!
For my people!
I'll take you on! To victory!
No need to panic.
I shall do what I can. Go swiftly.
Oh, now that feels good. Tell me who to kill.
Let me show you what I've learned. Two ashes.
You cannot impede progress! Combat is not thine elves' forte.
Let us pry out their weakness. All for victory.
Oh, now that feels good.
Allow me. You won't escape. For life.
I have to do this.
The hunt is on. From this range.
Charge! Away with you! Defeat is not an option.
Perish! Curses! How did it come to this?
You only slaughtered them that deserved it. Welcome to the way of the world, boy.
You are irredeemable. You will never have our home!
Now then. Hit! What have we here?
Ah! Tell me who to kill. Die, you bastard!
I'll take you on! My apologies. House Wolford won't lose!
Cool heads shall prevail. Victory goes to the quick.
Lionel shall use this wisely.
Let me show you what I've learned.
I shall try my level best. This is our
Lionel always pays his debts. Profit comes to the prepared. Ha-ha!
Just you wait.
Your orders?
This is the end. Try this.
You cannot impede progress. Ha-ha!
Charge! Brace yourself! For my kingdom!
Time to take flight.
For the honor of House Wolford. Now I end this.
Allow me. I've got you marked.
Maybe next time.
Tell me who to kill. Die, you...
Just you wait.
Let me heal your wounds. Your wounds are healed.
I'm planning on a long,
I
long
see a
life.
path to victory. We make it up here.
Come at me! Your done! You're done! I love the battlefield.
I fight for peace. I shall protect you!
Your orders?
This is the end.
Lionel has arrived! Our dealings are over! Let's commit this to memory!
We will make our ideals reality. This battle is ours. Darkness engulfs you.
My turn.
Take that! Defeat is not an option.
A pity, Lord Serenoa. You had such potential. I had thought you to be your father's son. I thought you had his compassion, his strength. But today you have proven me wrong.
Don't be so hasty, Jerome. We don't mean to return you to Hyzant in chains. We'll ensure the Roselle of the Source receive just and fair treatment. Treatment better than the suffering they've endured for generations. That's the path that's most beneficial to all. You must trust that my intentions are pure.
Do not speak to me of pure intentions. If you were anything but a liar, then I would not have the deaths of my allies to mourn. Enough!
Allow me. I got you marked. I'm only getting started.
Just you wait. You will take naught from us this day. This war is senseless.
I will end this. Sound strike. It's over.
Let us pry out their weakness.
Ha! Who's next at you?
Cool heads shall prevail. Victory goes to the quick.
This will do!
My growth is plain to see.
I will end this.
You won't beat me!
Enjoy! You cannot impede progress!
Maybe next time.
This battle is ours. Take that!
I won't lose! Defeat is not an option. To lead, I must grow.
Your orders? Into the shadows.
No need to panic.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. overconfident.
I have to do this.
Tell me who to kill. Remember my name.
I fight for peace. Let me
Much
help.
appreciated.
Lionel has arrived!
Cool heads shall prevail. Victory goes to the quick.
I'll take you on! I'll be your shield!
I needed that.
I won't lose! This is it!
This battle is ours. From this range. You will escape.
For the honor of House Wolfort. That did it!
You cannot impede progress!
I shall try my level best.
No need to panic. Time to end this.
I cannot fail my people here. We must regroup.
Cool heads shall prevail. Make the most of this.
Lionel always pays his debts.
Let me show you what I've learned. Flames, heed my call!
You'll be fun to kill.
I've been waiting for this! I'll give it all I've got! You've done it now!
Here I come.
What to do now?
I will end this. Come get me.
Forward!
You cannot impede progress!
Let us pry out their weakness. Preparation is key.
Time to work.
Allow me. This is the end.
Should have begged for mercy when you had the chance.
Stop!
What is the meaning of this?
I only came here to talk. You must believe me.
Talk or fight, the result is the same. You want us to relinquish our freedom.
Yes, it is our only recourse. If
if I'm to save my people. Your people? We live in this land as much as you do. Indeed. Would that there were another way. I am sorry.
Pray, put down your weapons. There is no harm to be had from hearing us out.
Lady Frederica, your mother was Lady Orleia, was she not?
Yes. Just as your people did, she fled from Hyzant, after which she found refuge in Esfrost.
The people of my village bear much love for her. For that, and for that only, I shall lend an ear to your words. I see. Your position is unenviable indeed. However, I must deny your request.
Pray reconsider. There is too much at stake here to make a decision in haste.
The future of House Wolfort rests on your shoulders. We sheltered your people in their time of need, a favor we now ask you to return in kind.
We owe House Wolfort our lives, 'tis true, and I appreciate your candor. But to return to Hyzant would be to spell our doom. I cannot ask the others to make such a sacrifice.
We would ensure that Hyzant does no harm to you, or your people.
Apologies, my lady, but you are in no position to be making such promises. Else we would not be having this conversation.
But...
You have the right of it, and for that, I am sorry. However, I implore you to look to the future. Hyzant will stop at nothing to see you return to the source. That much is plain. If they were to decide we were no longer of use, they would crush us and attack this village shortly after.
However, if we were to gain the trust of Hyzant's most powerful, then we would be better positioned to see all the Roselle saved.
And how much suffering would be made to endure until that day came. How many of us would fall? The future may look bright from your position, but we are not accustomed to such lofty heights.
Jerome, please.
Enough, Lord Saranawa. He clearly isn't interested in listening to reason.
We've got other ways of making him cooperate, though.
The sun has set, but on the morrow this matter will be decided, one way or the other.
If you would stoop to force us from our homes, we will not be made to leave without a fight.
No, it will not come to that. We'll find a way that makes every party satisfied. Please just allow us to speak further.
My lord, I am not deaf to your pleas. In fact, I often dream of the day when we can leave this humble village and walk the city's streets without fear. However, returning to the source would mean sacrificing what little pride we have, what little life we have.
But your dream could be made reality. We would fight to see you free.
And then how long would we dream in servitude of the day you won it?
Jerome, you said my mother's name before. Were you well acquainted with her?
I was not, unfortunately. My parents, however, often spoke at length of her inspiring leadership at the time of the uprising. Without her, my people would have never made it alive to see the Wolfort domain.
I never knew. I only heard that she fled Hyzant. Not that she had such an instrumental role in the fight for your freedom.
She was a strong woman, in both body and mind. Legend has it, she carved a farewell scar into the statue of the goddess.
The statue that towers over the source? I've never heard that story.
Of course you haven't. Hyzant would never let such blasphemy leave their borders. But we saw it with our own eyes. And so, the story lives on. Lady Orlea roused our people to action with these words, it is told. The Holy State's teachings are false. The goddess's blessings spread across all Norzelia. The blessing of the true goddess. The blessing that shall be the key to the chains that bind our people.
The true goddess? What blessing does she speak of?
Would that I knew. The others tired of fighting and parted from Lady Orlea to lead a quiet life. A safe life. 'Tis a decision some still regret to this day. Perhaps that blessing would have given us the means to topple Hyzant's tyranny.
It isn't too late to get to the truth of the matter. Tell us what you know of this blessing, and we'll help you find it.
You mean to say you believe the story? Those were simply words used to ignite the fire of a desperate people.
Isn't it at least worth considering?
Lord Serenoa, I'm sorry. I've told you all I know. Now, night has come and we must rest, for we know not what the morrow shall bring.
Jerome, wait!
I see now you do not stand atop lofty heights. You struggle just as we do for any scrap of salvation.
Leave him be. It seems our survival cannot be bought without sacrifice.
Indeed. All the more reason not to resort to violence.
Do not lose heart, my lord. You may be head of our house, but we all share the burden of consequence for our decisions. If blood is to be shed, then we shed it together. In this, we are of one resolve.
We mustn't resort to anything dire yet. I shall try to make Jerome see reason.
Yes, my lord.
Groveling in the dirt. I suspect we've all been brought so low.
Is it true that a Rosellan village exists within the borders of the Wolfort domain?
It is, though I have never been. Lord Simone granted asylum to the Roselle who fled the source.
Then an acquaintance of Lady Orlea's is sure to be among them. Perhaps a visit is in order. I've only the faintest memories of her now. She was my father's mistress, and a Rosellan. She shared the history of her people with me when I was a boy. The details escape me now, of course.
How unexpected. I did not believe you cared a whit for lineage. Else you might have thought twice about using your own sister as a bargaining chip.
Ha! And so you object. Why? On the grounds that you too are a sister? Do you believe you are worth more than your brothers, who gave their lives trying to free you?
I'm worth a damn sight more than the man before me, who toys with the weak to feed his own ego.
Well, well. Clearly, I've underestimated you.
I may be powerless, but I am not weak, and I would endeavor to change the former.
That will do. Frederica feels the same, no doubt. She takes after her mother that way. I should sleep with one eye open, lest you turn on me next.
Huh.
Speaking of, 'tis time we retired. The hour is late. Come, Cordelia.
Very well.
What are you doing out here alone?
Sleep eludes me. I take it you've had no better luck than I.
I must find a way to move Jerome to my way of thinking ere the sun rises.
You've changed, my friend. You've grown. And in such a short time. You are the natural lord of your house, even in these trying times. Jerome leads his people well, too. The depth of his loyalty to them is plain to see. Even Minister Exham acts with duty and purpose. And in his own way, so does Gustadolf. Whether it be for your ambition, for your country, or for your people, you all act with hearts unclouded by doubt. And what of me? A whelp with delusions of vengeance, fumbling to make my meager wishes a reality. All the while, my sister and my subjects suffer, and I am helpless to offer them succor. There is naught I can do but hide behind this mask and take what comfort I can from the company of friends. I am lost.
Roland, I realize times are difficult. But you're too hard on yourself. You bear the heaviest burden of us all.
Nonsense. You share the same burden as I. The lives of many rest on our decisions.
Aye, that is true. But so it is with those who would lead. Yet, this time, the only path I can offer Jerome is one of hardship.
I understand. However, I believe there is no man who intentionally sets out to harm another. And there is no man who is glad to serve at another's beck and call. Yet the wounded and the conquered exist in droves. The powerless are made to serve the powerful, to be tormented at their whims. Such has it ever been. Perhaps it's the way of the world. Perhaps it will twist and distort until it is so, to thwart our efforts to the contrary.
No, we aren't as helpless as you think. We are bound by naught but our own will, and the barbarity of the past can be brought to an end. We will bring it to an end. Not just for the benefit of our own house, but for the good of all. So that the tragedy unfolding in this village never repeats.
Well said. My apologies for being so maudlin. If there is indeed a path to a better world, we shall find it. Together.
Might I join you?
Jerome, how long were you standing there?
Long enough, but you needn't worry. While I am surprised the prince yet lives, I shall keep the news to myself. What interests me more deeply, however, is this path to a better world. How do you propose to find it, Lord Serenoa?
I haven't figured that part out quite yet. I know that it will forever remain hidden if we let it, however. Jerome, this I swear to you now. House Wolffort will never draw steel against you and yours.
I believe you. But I also believe that no amount of words will convince us to leave this place. And if we stay here, then you will have forsaken your duty to the Hierophant.
Even if it comes to that, we will not resort to force.
That is heartening indeed. I believe I have taken my measure of you two, and I do not find myself wanting. I shall gather the other villagers in the morning. Then we shall talk openly.
Thank you, Jerome.
'Tis too early to thank me, my lord. I cannot speak as to how the discussions will conclude. However, I shall do all in my power to bring us to a conclusion that avoids bloodshed.